Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here in Computer Tycoon, where, as you can see, the world appears to be mostly dominated by a computer company of a particular colour. That colour being green. And that's not my colour, which is the very disappointing thing about this. And in fact, I don't think there's any country here, any market that I am... Oh, yeah, there is one. Is that Kuwait? Kuwait. Is that the only country I'm dominating in? I do have access to Japan. I think I have access to New Zealand. I do, but I'm just being outshone by so many other companies. And in fact, that was the story of the previous episode, where I failed to turn around the sudden appearance and domination of the global market by this guy, Will Bright of IBM Computers. Previously Cheap and Great, Mr. Haruto Sato, if that's how you pronounce his fictional name, I'm not sure. As you can see, I have struggled. I've got 4% of the computer sales across the globe, and I'm currently sitting in 5th position. I'm being this lovely purple lady down here. Now, I've taken advice from all my senior advisors, and the thinking is what we need to do is actually sell a lot more computers to a lot more countries. So that's what we're going to do today. However, one of the first things, there's several first things I need to do. Let's have a quick look at the competing machines here. So this is me, HC781, released at the beginning of this year and recently outpaced by IBM and Massive Modules, who released their computers subsequently. As you can see, IBM are doing really well by selling really cheaply, and that's because, in part, they have access to the 6-micron technology, which reduces manufacturing costs dramatically, despite, as we've seen in the past, the fact that their quality and feature sets are shoved right to the back end, selling not on quality but on cost, basically, and new technology. If we look at the CPU, I think, yeah, they've already got the 8080 CPU. I'm still working. If we go to my machine, if I drag that there, it makes it slightly easier for me. I'm still working on that's the RAM, you fool, on the 4040, and I don't have any of those real let's get that out of the way. Don't have any of those real manufacturing technologies. I've got VLSI, which does reduce manufacturing costs somewhat, but I haven't got them implemented in my latest machines. However, if you were with me for the last episode, you will know that I have completed some research. We now have ATA interfaces. We have got the EEPROM as well, which is a nice circuitry update, and also 10 micron. My research queue is now empty, having completed that research, so let's have a look at what we can do here. So we've got 10 micron here, which does reduce my manufacturing costs substantially, but I think we can go for 6 and then the 8080. That's where we're going, I think. So we're going to, can I add the 8080 directly to my queue? No, don't do it that way, do it that way. There you go. So my queue now looks a bit like that. They shouldn't take too long to research at all. I've now got nearly 2 research points through my 2 research labs scattered across the globe. So that's where we're going next in research. But I want to implement those changes to my next computer, that new hardware, that new technology, the ATA, the EEPROM, and so on. However, what was suggested by my advisors was you need to sell to more places and have bigger, better, more efficient factories. So that's what we're going to do as well. Now, at the moment, the countries I am in are these. So my biggest country, I think, is Japan, of 113 million. I had toyed with going to the States, which is double that, 227 million people. The only concern I have with doing that is that the marketing costs do rocket when you go to those larger those larger countries. As you can see here, my market size currently is 209 million. So I'd more than double that by going to the USA, which means my base marketing price is 43 million. Yes, it is. 43 million. That's a lot. Is that? No, that's 43,000. I think. Yes, that's a full stop. Yes, my eyesight doesn't deceive me. Now, there's a couple of things we can do here. We can go to other countries which aren't quite as big as the USA, but also have a big market. And I need to focus my marketing more. Now, one thing I'd overlooked when looking at this in the last couple of episodes, although I think I did mention it in an earlier one, was that if you have more marketing departments, you get an extra bonus on marketing. It reduces the costs of your marketing. So I get a 1% marketing bonus now because I've only got one marketing building across the entirety of my estate. Yeah, I've highlighted it here in Peru. So what I'm thinking is we should build more marketing as well. Now, the best way to do that is put it somewhere cheap. Sri Lanka. Right, Sri Lanka is a good place to go because what I want to do in Sri Lanka, I've got a level 2 office here, which means I get a 20% discount on the costs of all my buildings, the daily costs. So if we put marketing in here, it means it costs me 20% less than it would do normally. So we'll upgrade you. And what I want to do here as well is upgrade my factory to level 3, which will give me a huge bonus in terms of manufacturing. So that will give me, it's nil at the moment. If I bump that right up there, so yeah, that will give me over 500,000 a day in production points. Although it will cost me a lot, but as we can see, I can actually mothball factories for whatever period I need to if I don't need that amount of manufacturing on that day. The only trouble with upgrading to level 3 factories is I need level 3 recreation, so that's more additional costs. But again, because I've got this lovely 20% bonus on my offices, I think we can afford that. So we're going to upgrade recreation. That's recreation. That is going, isn't it? Yes, sorry. Just wondering which of these icons I'd clicked. So we'll upgrade recreation as well, but that will take some time to come through. In the meantime, let's get selling. And if I look at my computers, what I'm really good at here, relatively speaking, is I'm actually among the best in features. And that's about it. Everyone else is catching up or overtaking me, to be honest, in the other key attributes. And I have previously noticed that Brazil here, it's a lovely big country, 118 million, and they do, if I click here, they love features. So I think that's where we're going to be focusing our computer development on for this episode, is enhancing my feature attractiveness. So we will gain access to... and it's relatively inexpensive. But I could cut my tax reseller cut quite a lot there by putting lots of logistics points in there. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to put 1 point in there because I want to expand into other countries as well. So we go into Brazil. Now I do have spare logistics points waiting. The game is currently paused, so nothing is happening, but I will unleash it in a moment. Here we are. Yeah, Sri Lanka again. It's the centre of my operation at the moment. I've not used all the logistics points available to me in this building. It gives me 5. It could give me up to 8, but I'm going to take 5. One thing I noticed as well is there's a little bouncy thing here. So I'm getting a logistics points penalty because I don't have enough logistics points for all the sales to this number of countries. Although it is showing 0, it's a red 0, so be aware of that. What you need to do is just inch this up a little bit so it turns into a green 0, and then that disappears and you don't suffer any logistical cost, any extra cost through logistics points, insufficient logistics points, that is. So where we're going to do now, we're going to go to the hardware. Actually, let's just get that going. Oh, the demand has spiked, so we can bring our factories back into production. Let's get our factories sorted. So which ones have we disabled? So we need to get all these going at maximum capacity to make as much money as we can while our machines are popular. There we go. We're just underproducing at the moment. If I bring Nigeria on, we're just over. That's okay. We're very well balanced there. That's good. Okay, we've got enough money to be going on with, I think. So let's go into manufacturing our new hardware components.
Your building upgrade has completed.
Oh, which one was that? Oh, that was the recreation centre in Sri Lanka. Let's get that done as well, actually. Upgrade recreation. That's you. Upgrade you to the next level. Okay. And that marketing building has now been finished as well, so we should get, if we look here, just to confirm, yeah, we get, oh look, we're getting nearly $1,500 discount on our marketing costs. So although it's gone up dramatically from 43,000 to 67,500, you know, that's the cost, but we are making money still. That's the key thing here, although I could do with making more, to be honest. Right, so our hardware, we have ETA, we have EEPROM, ATA, and the 10 micron. Now, I've got a list here in front of me that the EEPROM is a motherboard technology. So let's update our latest motherboard. That's that one there. Okay, it's got PROM at the moment, which is, as you can see there, is obsolete. So if we copy you, give it a new name, take the PROM out, put the EEPROM in, and the 10 micron technology as well, and that should reduce our costs quite dramatically. Yes, from 123 to 95. Now I could actually increase my feature set and quality here. Let's take the feature set up a little bit, because that's, as I said earlier, that's what I'm going to try and focus on, and quality up as well, perhaps to around 2%. Yeah, I'm still set. There's still manufacturing costs are still substantially lower than they were before. VLSI, oh, we can still use that. SCSI, yeah, that's still in there. That's good. Right, so we'll create that. And the other technologies we've got are the 10 micron, which affects CPUs as well. So we'll create ourselves a new CPU. What I'll do is I'll go through all these, add the extra technology to them, and we'll come back to you when we're done. But there's one interesting little glitch in the machine, which I'll discuss when we get to that. So I'll just carry on doing these. And do I want to increase the base clock? That gives me performance. Yeah, let's do that a little bit. A little bit more. That will do. Okay, right, I'll be back with you in just a moment. And I have completed the upgrading of most of my sort of circuitry hardware technologies, if you will. The graphics card, the memory, the RAM, the CPU and the motherboard, they've all been now reconfigured to use 10 micron manufacturing, so they're cheaper to use, and I've bumped up a couple of their parameters as well just to make them that much more attractive in terms of features and or performance. Now, there's one little thing I discovered. I was playing through the game just to work out what strategy I might be able to use in this episode of the game, and discovered a curious little glitch. If we go to research here, if I look at, yeah, data management, we had SCSI, we've had that for a little while now, and I've just completed research on ATA, which is a superior technology. However, it's a little bit of an odd one, this. If we look at SCSI, we'll see here it gives us 2 performance, and that's about it. ATA gives me only 1 performance, but 2 quality. Was that prestige? That's prestige, I think. I always get them the wrong way around. You know that. So the question is, do I go to ATA or SCSI? Am I looking for performance or something else? That's the question. Now, I said earlier that I think we'd be looking for features rather than performance at the moment. So we might look at that. We'll see how it affects the disk drive. However, there's also, I'm going to call it a bug or a glitch, whatever it is. So here's our existing hard disk. It's a Winchester of about 500k capacity. If I copy that, give it a new name, we'll call it 3 here. You'll notice the SCSI isn't marked as old technology, it's not obsolete, but there's no indication of the ATA. So if I take SCSI out, ATA is the alternative for SCSI in this particular case. It's the interface, but it's not appearing here because apparently it's outdated technology, even though I researched it. And apparently in real life, if you do the research, and I believe what I've read, is that ATA actually came out later than SCSI in terms of computer technology. So it should be more recent. So there's a little bit of an issue here with how this data is presented. The question is, do I want to go SCSI? Which, if we look at these numbers here, 101, that is the... which is quality is the star. Yeah, so that if I go SCSI, which is what it was before, I get nothing on the quality, but I get 3.04 performance. If I go ATA, I only get 2.03 performance, but I get 8 quality. Interesting. This is the dilemma we face. I could actually have both 3 and 2 on the same. What if I do? What I'll do is I'll call this one 2 ATA, so I can differentiate it from the other one. I could have both on the market at the same time. What I could do also here is up the capacity, because the capacity is something that I've been short of for a while. The trouble with that though is it does increase the cost dramatically. If I take that up to 600, with any luck the cost savings from the other components will compensate. So let's see how the ATA competes in my computers. So there's the capacity. Yeah, that's the statutory more. If I rename this one actually to be, oh, you see different icons and everything. That's cool. Right, now we need to create a new computer. Let's get the game running on so I get my buildings built. Let's have a new computer. We'll base it off our existing one. Copy that. Give it a new name. We're still in 1978. Yes, we are. 78 number 2. The memory, we'll use our latest memory for that. We'll use our latest CPU. The GPU, that's cost less as well. As you can see here, the cost, yeah, it's a good deal cheaper. The motherboard, again, a good deal cheaper. And the storage. So do I go one or other? Let's go for the ATA.
Your building upgrade has completed.
We'll add that one in. Okay, so that should be our new recreation building. Let's get that 3rd level done. Then I can upgrade our manufacturing capacity. So recreation will upgrade you to level 3, and that means I can then upgrade our factory to level 3, which I can't yet until recreation is level 3 as well. I can actually afford our research to be upped as well. Where's our research? There you are, in Q8. I can take you up to 3 points. Yeah, I can afford that extra cost. That's good. So our new computer, this one here, we just compare our numbers. Performance is a little bit less. Yeah, I am quite short of performance now, apart from comparing it to cheap and great. My capacity is better, but doesn't really match the market leaders. My feature set, I'm still good. I'm lost a little bit for some reason against my previous model. Don't know why that is. My prestige, that will increase as it goes through testing. Ease of use, yeah, I'm still not doing terribly well there. My quality, again, that might increase through testing. I can't honestly remember now, but let's get that one through testing. Oh, I need to set marketing first. Now, it was mentioned in the comments to the previous video that gamers aren't my main target market. I should focus on casuals, which I was doing previously, because I changed that for this particular computer. In fact, if we compare, let's get rid of my competitors here so I can concentrate more on my own machines. If we look at our previous model here, which I did market to casuals, if we look at the customers there, we can see, yeah, most definitely casuals were my key market. Those were people I sold to the most. Workers next, And then gamers were a poor third in that. On my current computer, again, gamers not so much. I'm selling more to workers at the moment, but overall in total, they're not so many. Again, the thing here is these percentages here. So workers are 10%. I think that's 10% of my marketplace. Is that right? Oh, it doesn't. Of the whole user group. Good. Actually, if I look at this, does it tell me what that? Not sure it tells me that. Does this tell me anything here? Oh, yes. I really don't like these huge, great chunks of text. They're very difficult to read and understand. Take that as read. But it did, one of the things I did see there was casuals are the base user market. They will generally be the biggest slice of your target market. So I think for our latest computer, again, we should target casuals. And performance isn't that important for them, so we'll push that back. And we won't advertise so much on radio. We'll leave, yeah, these plus signs here mean these are important ways of connecting with those users, I believe. And the question is, should I ramp up my marketing from basic to small? It's not that much of an increase, is it? To be honest. Let's try that. Let's see how much that impacts. I'm not sure I'll be able to tell so much at this point in the game, but let's see if that does make any sort of difference. I think I can afford it. Right, so pricing. We'll deal with pricing when we've completed testing. So let's test our new machine. This is only going to cost me 17 million to go through 30
Your
days
new
of testing.
computer model went into the testing phase.
Get the game rolling on. And let's look at going to some other markets. Oh, I'm dominating in Brazil. That is awesome. Anywhere else? Am I still dominating in Kuwait? No. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Who is keen on features? We can't go to Poland because they're a closed communist market in 1978. Senegal.
Your building upgrade has completed.
Oh, the recreation centre is done. I have a feeling I'm already... Yes, I'm already marketing it to Senegal, so that's all right. The Netherlands. Well, that's 14 million people. And they're rich. Tax rates are high, but... let's do that. Okay, we'll put 1 LP in there. Where else? Thailand? They're a poor country. They're a big poor country, though. And I would be attacking directly IBN. But they love features. Okay, let's go Thailand as well. Okay, we'll put 1 point in there. Which means... that bouncing thing tells me I need to increase my logistics output from my marketing department. Which I think was in Sri Lanka as well. There we go. Let's bump that up so I get a green 0 up here in the top right. Okay, I should now be able to upgrade my factory in Sri Lanka to level 3. There it goes. In fact, let's look at Sri Lanka now. Yep, these are our recreational buildings. A little down there, and our factory is growing. Oh, this is good. Could I put more marketing on there? What that would cost me? That would give me a 2%, another 2% discount for £4 a day. I could do that, you know. Oh, we've nearly got 6 micron.
Your new computer model is polished.
Excellent. I can now market my new computer. Okay, let's have a look at that then. My new computer here. I don't need all my archived ones. Let's see how it compares to the main competition, or the market leader, IBM. My feature set is still the strongest. That is good. Performance isn't so good. My capacity is closing in on it. My prestige isn't quite the same, as is quality. Ease of use, I'm a bit behind, but that's all right. Now let's have a look and see how these machines compare, my two latest machines. So the price, my cost here of my previous machine, my current machine on the market is 1,143. My new machine, look at that, it's $100 cheaper to produce. That is impressive. So if I can sell it for the same sort of price, I'll be quids in, won't I? Do they say dollars in? Is that a phrase anyone uses? But I think to make, if I want to keep selling this one just for a little bit, if we can reduce the price of it, I'm making loads of money from it already. So if we make it, let's say 3,750, that's really cheap. Okay. We are still set. Oh, I need to put the new one on the market. Release it. Market. There it goes. And the reviews. Yeah, it's a bit expensive, so comp deals don't like it, but I'm getting good reviews everywhere else. Let's get the game running. Oh, 2 million demand. Excellent. So I need to get all my factories producing. Oh, Sri Lanka isn't quite ready yet. It will be in a moment. Is anyone else? Nigel, let's bring you fully on tap.
Your building upgrade has completed.
And the factory upgrade, and I'm still short of demand. Yes. That is
You have
excellent.
researched a new technology.
Okay, we've got 6 micron. We won't do that one just yet, but we will do the 8080. That's when we'll start upgrading our machines. So our factory here, we can bring Malawi down. Oh no, we don't need to. We're still selling. Oh, we are selling so many. That is telling me one of my machines is unprofitable. That presumably is my older machine here. Could I sell it for less? I sold 50. But again, my marketing costs are quite a lot because I've now got 2 machines on the market. We'll try one more little discount. See if I could. Yes, that's got rid of the marketing problem. No, I haven't. Okay, that machine does need to be archived. I don't want to sell it for any less than that, really. So we'll archive. There's release button. There it is. Archive view. That's done. And everything is working perfectly.
You don't have enough manufacturing capacity.
I know. Could I increase? I think I can increase my manufacturing capacity in another country. I'm making so much money now. I'm feeling really good. Marketing, that's all good. Customers. Look at that. I'm selling kind of equally across the 3 core markets. Wow. And the fans, 42. I got 23. I'm not quite sure. Oh, 42 must be 23% of the whole fan base that I have. This is impressive. Okay, so my next biggest factory site, let's get you back over there, is going to be... I want an office. It's not going to be Peru then. Somewhere I've got an already... Morocco. I've got a level 1. Or Bangladesh. Okay, let's go into... Yeah, let's go into Morocco. So we're going to need to upgrade recreation. We'll build the 2nd level office as well in Morocco. Then I can upgrade Morocco to a level 3 factory. Right, look at that. I've got 5.5% of the global market now. So this is a month-by-month basis. So we're coming to the end of 1978. So with any luck, these percentages will change. My share of the market, looking a bit poor still. But yeah, that's last year's graph. Sales, 77 wasn't a terribly good year for me. No, that's when it all went a bit wrong. But we're doing well now. I am overproducing at the moment.
Your building upgrade has completed.
I've got the office upgrade in Morocco and the recreation area as well. Am I in Morocco? No, let's go to Morocco. Up there's Morocco. So let's upgrade our recreation centre in there as well. Go to level number 2.
You have researched a new technology.
We've now got 8080.
Your research queue is empty.
We've now got the 8080 processor. Now I think that means a whole new ballpark. It's nearly 6% of the global market. We're just hitting the end of 1978. So let's have a quick check of research. If we go into the open queue, what's the cheapest thing to research next? DRAM. What does DRAM do? That gives me my 1% of performance. It gives me 1 more percent of quality, 1 point in quality. CLI doesn't do a great deal for me there. If we look on here, I could go hard disk. Hard disk, that's a bit expensive to research. DRAM. Ooh, could I go 3 micron? Should I be pursuing that avenue? What else have we got down here we can do? Composite monitors. That's not looking too expensive. And that gives me... Oh, I'm liking the look of that. Okay, we're going to add composite monitors to the queue. Anything else we can do reasonably cheaply here? The power adapter. Again, this we don't need. We discussed this, I think, in the last episode. We don't need these technologies because they don't apply to home computers or personal computers, which is all I'm producing at the moment. But the noise reduction and the UPS will do. But I don't think we need those just yet at all. The fans, they add noise and quality. They would be cheap to research. Okay, we'll add the big fan in, but I'm not sure I'm going to be adding fans in because I don't have a heat problem at the moment. So they probably won't be added to my computers anytime soon. So we'll add the big fan. Where was CLI? Where's the software? CLI, there you are. Actually, you do add features and ease of use. I think CLI will be a good thing to do as well. Okay, so what does our queue look like at the moment? Yeah, that looks good to me. We'll do composite monitors. So we now have the 8080 chip. We now have 6 micron manufacturing. This could be what takes me up and into the big league of computer sales. Let's get this right. Let's get to the end of the month. Get back to the world. Oh, I've taken Japan back. I've got Spain. I've got the Netherlands. I've still got Brazil. This is impressive. Now, we're going to turn over into 1979, surely. I could go to another country as well. But we'll do that in the next episode. I just want to get into 1979. Ooh! Red! Where did you come from? My goodness. That's interesting because you're not a big... does this need to be refreshed? If I come out there and go back there... that's better. Right. So yes, red guy, Brutal Data, they've picked up a fair number of sales. IBM is even bigger though, 65.6%. But look, I'm in second place now with 14.5% of the global market in the last month. Right, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. I think more factories, getting technology to make my computers a bit cheaper to produce, adding in the 8080 chips and so on, and going into composite monitors is going to be the thing. Which leads me on the path to global domination. We're not there yet by any means, but I think I'm feeling a lot more confident now. So thank you to all of you who commented on the previous videos and gave me good advice. That's it, I think. Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Computer Tycoon. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Click on the old thumbs up button. You know how that works. Sales are looking good. Shares looking so much healthier. But even better though, if you've got anything to say, any hints and tips, recommendations, suggestions, or even criticisms of what I'm doing in the game, then please do let me know by dropping a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here on the road to global domination, bit of a long road by the look of it, but I'm getting there. Until the next time, bye bye for now.